Welcome in. It's the PHNX Cardinals halftime show live from Gila River Resorts at casinos at Wild Horse Pass. I'm Johnny Venerable, the playmaker. Brittan Golden, what the hell we just watched? Well, some bad football on the docket for the Arizona Cardinals, losing 21-8 at the half versus the LA Rams. A lot to dig into, but embarrassing comes to mind for the Arizona Cardinals, Brittan?
Offensively, the woes continue from last week, and you can put as much blame as you want to on Kyler, but nothing is right. The play calling outside of the first drive has been atrocious.
Yeah.
Like, it worked. Everything worked. We had Kyler under center. We were moving him. We were getting him outside the pocket with rollouts. He was completing passes. We were running the ball well because it sets up play action and stuff. And ever since the first drive, we've been in shotgun. It's like Petsing found something that worked and said, oh, this is working. Let me put it back on the back burner.
Yep.
It's like, I don't understand it. It makes zero sense right now.
Really poor coaching all the way around. Not a good half for Jonathan Gannon. This defense, this offense, Jeff Rodgers, this special team gaff, taking 3 points off the board at the end of the first half. And listen, 21 points. Stafford has his best half of the season thus far. Defensively, you are what you are. And that's what we talked about throughout the duration of this week. Go look at the highest paid players for this team on overthecap.com. I'm going to venture 8 out of 10 are on the offensive side. This offense is fucking healthy. Everybody's ready to go. Outside of Michael Wilson, this is the offense that you wanted if you're Jonathan Gannon and Drew Petzing to begin the season. Kyler Murray's been back for about, 7 weeks now practicing. James Conner's healthy. The offensive line is healthy. You've got Hollywood Brown and Rondale Moore and Greg Dortch and Trey McBride. Score points. The defense was set up to fail by the Arizona Cardinals offensively today. It was Drew Petzing, Kyler Murray, has not been good for the second consecutive week. That's got to get fixed. 4 quarters of bad football there. But again, the defense is not immune to being able to be on the field for the entire first half. And what I mean by that is you cannot go 3 and out if you're this offense. They had back-to-back 3 and outs that set up defensive or offensive touchdowns for Stafford and company. That can't happen. You're going to get blown out. Look at the personnel defensively that the Arizona Cardinals are trotting out. If you're the offense, take some fucking responsibility and go out and put sustained drives together. I don't know what suddenly they've shifted to, but right now, this is the least efficient passing offense in the NFC, and the only team worse, the New York Jets in the NFL. Think about that for a second.
That's terrible.
And I don't care you were starting Joshua Dobbs and Clayton too. You have Kyler Murray now. Score points. You're on pace for 16 points. I want to believe that this is the right regime, coaching staff, quarterback to lead us into 2024. Efforts like today offensively will lead to people getting fired and will lead to Kyler Murray not being your quarterback. We talked about it for how many weeks? It's going to force the issue. If they have a top 2 pick, and right now they're in the top 2 with Carolina, they're going to have to consider a quarterback. The offense is blowing it for you right now. They're blowing it for you. The defense is what it is. But at the very least, look what Jacksonville did against Houston today. Put points up. Cardinals have opportunities against this Rams defense not taking advantage.
No, they're not. And don't get me wrong, Kyler's not playing well, but Kyler's not being put in situations to play well. I mean, the play calling has been bad. You're putting him in gun, and you're forcing him to try to throw the ball out here in the pocket. They're having free runners to the quarterback. He's already under pressure immediately from the snap in the gun. It just makes zero sense. You got away from the run game. You went away from it.
He's averaging 5 yards a carry.
I mean, it works in the first drive, and it's week after week that we're seeing this shit. It goes, we work the first drive, and then we get away from everything that fucking works. And then you wonder why you're not scoring points and you're not sustaining drives. Don't get me wrong, Hollywood, you got to make that catch on first down. Yeah, that's bad. Right? It's in your hands. It hits you in the hands, it hits you in the chest, and you drop it. Right? It's a big play on a first down that gets you in. Now you're in second long. You hand the ball off. James Conner was non-existent in the second quarter. I feel like he wasn't even in the game in the second quarter, it felt like. I don't understand the play calling. I don't understand the substitutions. I mean,
I see Dede saying there's no talent on the offense. This is the offense that they wanted.
This is
the offense.
You've got talent. Your playmakers aren't making plays. Your receivers,
Michael Wilson
separation.
is a good rookie. Like, Michael Wilson shouldn't be the reason that you are not scoring over 20 points a game. Like, what have we said so much about, like, Cardinal offenses in years prior? Oh, the offensive line breaks down, yada, yada. This is everybody's healthy. Everybody who you're paying for outside a 100-year-old Zach Ertz and a late third rounder out of Stanford, everybody's playing. Everybody's ready to go. You just traded for a running back. Like, you've got tools. The offense is broken. It's a broken offense. To your point, like, I'm going to tell you right now, Petzin's on big-time fraud alert. Like, I don't care that this team was supposed to be bad and they're tanking or whatever. The first drive looked good. Scripted plays. How do you adjust? You're getting bent over right now by Sean McVay and company, Drew Petzing. Like, that's an embarrassing effort.
With no Aaron Donald.
Right.
Aaron Donald hasn't done a thing.
No.
And you're getting bent over.
And here's the really frustrating part is, like, you look lifeless offensively. There's no juice. There's no moxie. There's no enthusiasm. There was enthusiasm that first week Kyler came back, and you felt that. Like, let's help your players right now. And again, Kyler doesn't look good either. We're not going to sugarcoat that.
No.
He doesn't have like a bunch of turnovers, but like, help your quarterback, help your offense, help your skill players. And it's an extension of Jonathan Gannon. Like, this is who he wanted. This is who he wanted as his offensive coordinator in Drew Petzing. And I know Cardinals have kind of been tucked away in this pocket of late kickoff games, and people haven't paid attention to what's been going on offensively. They have been a bad offensive team for about the last 6 weeks. They had played above average football with Joshua Dobbs. I think they were like 13th in offensive efficiency. Since then, they are bottom third in the NFL. Let's get to some of these super chats. You guys are crushing it. Like this video. Picking spreads $4.99. The lack of wide receiver talent size is noticeable. People are going to blame Petzing. And yes, he's had questionable calls, but the wide receiver talent is the main reason. Why?
It's not the talent. It's them not making the plays that they're supposed to make.
They're bad. They're bad fits.
Hollywood's dropped the ball. Right. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say Rondale Moore got crushed, but that's one. It's in your hands. You got to catch that right there. Put you in field goal range with 12 seconds. I get the talent is not the issue, but it's showing up. It's wide receivers who claim to be number one wide receivers. Not showing up in big moments.
Get to some more of these super chats. Again, you guys are crushing it. Like this video. Keep this energy. AZFan1998, friend of the program. Petzing definitely needs to give better play calls. $2. Thank you so much, AZ fan. I agree with that. I also think, like, you get the ball to start the second half, you have to score a touchdown or this game's over.
Well, and let's just go back to the first drive. Do the shit that's working. Put him under center. Roll him out. Hand the ball off. You hand the ball off on first down, and you go back under center again. It sets up play action. Now they're worried about getting a 5 to 7 yard chunk in the run game taken off. You get Kyler Murray on the outside. You can find a way to dump the ball off. Find Trey McBride. Find anybody.
Like, people are putting a lot of this on Kyler Murray. He's not playing well. But again, like, your offensive coordinator is supposed to instill confidence in your quarterback. Kyler's playing with a quarterback right now that doesn't have a ton of confidence. Alex, $4.99. I understand not wanting to give up anything deep, but you can't play 10 yards off every play. They're going to take that all day.
We've been saying that all year.
But I feel like right now, I tweeted this out, like, the injuries have ravaged this defense so much that you got to play off man shell coverage. Hope they make a mistake like he did at the end of the first half. The Cardinals defense, if the Cardinals offense was at least competent in the first half, they don't give up 20 points.
No.
It's like the game's probably like 14-14 right now. You have to be able to, the offense has to take the reins. That's where the fucking talent is. And then the defense has to play like complimentary football.
And they're doing it. The problem is you're giving up 20 points, 21 points in the first half, understandable, but the defense was on the field for 20 out of the 30 minutes of your first half. What do you expect?
3 and out.
A number one defense in the NFL that is on the field for 20 out of 30 minutes is going to give up football points.
And you also gave them field position inside your own territory with that fourth down call. Like, that was your fourth down call on 4th and 2. More super chats. You guys are crushing it. 4C33, $2. Wide receivers can't get separation.
Agreed.
I saw better receivers at the college level yesterday. We're going to have plenty of time to talk about that. But there's about 5 guys in the Pac-12 that could be starting for the Cardinals right now. Albert, $5. BAD, bad. Kyler, Petzing, the receivers. No one is above this shit.
Nope.
Absolutely. Everybody has to take reins on this. There's meat on the bone. There's plays to be made. They are regressing since that game against the Atlanta Falcons. And again, like, pressure's on. We talked about it in our pregame show. Pressure's on Kyler, Drew Petzing. Like, you're not made on this team unless your name is Jonathan Gannon and Nick Rallis. Like, those guys are safe. The coaching's safe.
For now.
But I'm going to tell you right now, like, this offense has gone backwards, and that's where all the money is. Brandon, $1.99. Why can't our CBs knock out any passes every week because
we're playing 20 yards off.
Because they're 6-rounders and undrafted guys, and and they're rookies.
There's no opportunity to knock it down.
I'm giving the defense all the grace. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that.
They just have no opportunity to battle. You have no opportunity to get hands on a ball. You're playing 15 yards off, and you're wondering why they're just completing easy 10-yard out routes. If I'm an offensive coordinator on the other side, and you're playing 10 yards off every play, I'm running curls and outs until you walk your ass up on a line of scrimmage.
I just look at who they're starting in the front seven, guys. The defense shut out Houston last week. The defense is fine. They're going to be fine. They need more talent. The offense has talent. The offense has 8 points. More super chats if we could. Dave and Dog. Derek 699. I thought we were in a rebuild. The roster isn't up there and they need time, although OC needs to wake up. I think it's one thing to be in a rebuild, but it's also to say, well, we have a top 10 quarterback now and what we think is a number 1 receiver and a Pro Bowl running back and 2 first-round tackles and Trey McBride.
Or not. It's dumb. This is NFL players. I don't care if you were an undrafted guy, if you're a first-round pick, you are in the NFL for a reason. You're getting paid for a reason. I don't want to hear no shit about it being in a rebuild. This is the NFL, right? You can rebuild it all you want. Oh, we don't have the time. We don't. But you got guys out there that are supposedly able to make those plays. Make the fucking plays. It's not hard. It's an easy game.
Yeah. Focus 33 $5 super chat. As a side note, can BJ get more technical in analysis? I think it would make this a lot more fun. Miss the Arians days. We're being pretty blunt right now because the situation calls for it.
Technical. The most technical I can get is run your route correctly, create separation as a wide receiver, and you'll get the ball. Up front, offensively, offensive line, do your job, block the man you're supposed to block. It doesn't make any sense. As an OC, when you just walk completely away from everything that was working, we just flip the script, go a complete 180 and say, I don't know, we don't want to do what works. Let's just go out there and try to throw deep balls on everything and do this. You can't get any more technical than just bad play calling, bad play. It's bad.
No one's without blame. Trenton Smith, $4.99. Do you think they're calling these plays on purpose to continue losing?
It's what it looks like.
I think Kyler Murray and Drew Petzing want to be here next year, and right now they're not helping their case. That's as blunt as I can say. Drew Petzing more so than Kyler Murray because Kyler Murray has the cachet, the juice, the resume. Drew Petzing, this is tough, man. I texted somebody close to the situation before we went on air. It's just like everybody's under the microscope right now. Nobody's immune to criticism. Topic 64, make the play, 100%, $1.99. We're at a position right now where the Cardinals have to turn this around, and if not, this post-game show is going to be very, very humbling for this franchise because I would say the good vibes are about 2 quarters away from this fan base getting really irritated because, you have a top 2 pick in this draft, you're going to take a quarterback. You can't not avoid that if you can't score points. You look like the Jets. You look like the Carolina Panthers.
That doesn't help you out either, though.
Take
a quarterback, and it's the same type of play calls you get away from it. Now you just have a young quarterback that you thought was good that's getting his ass whooped.
They'd be more inclined to just hit the reset button. We're going to hit the reset button. We will be back immediately following the conclusion of Rams at Cardinals mercifully. Come on out. Wild Horse Pass. Gila River Resorts and Casinos having a banner time. Thank you to everybody who came out. Thank you to everybody in the stream. Like this video. Subscribe to PHNX Sports here on YouTube. We'll see you post-game.
We all silly like the mayor.